it's Hannah, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome to the very first makeup tutorial that I have for the fall season. I am really excited for today's look. So this year, I decided to let my subscribers be in on me deciding what fall makeup looks I was going to do this year. I also came up with a couple of ideas on my own, but I really wanted y'all to be a part of this, and I wanted to create makeup tutorials for this specific season that y'all wanted to see from me. And then when it gets kind of closer to the holiday time, I think I'm going to let y'all pick what looks I do for then as well. So start thinking about what kind of holiday looks you want to see from me. But I'm going to be going ahead and doing the very first makeup tutorial for the fall season. And this makeup tutorial is actually requested by one of my subscribers named Sophie. She is such a very, very sweet little girl, and we have actually became in contact with one another through YouTube. She also has OI like I do. She requested that she wanted to see an orange and red cut crease look. So I'm going to be giving her that today. I'm also going to be doing another tutorial into this because someone just replied to my Instagram little Q&A thing, and they said they wanted to see a glitter look. So I'm going to be kind of killing two birds with one stone here and kind of doing a cut crease with a glitter look. So this is going to be super cute. This is going to be super perfect for fall. So get out your makeup brushes, and let's go ahead and get started. Right, so I'm going to be starting out this tutorial with my Ace of Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is their Vintage Dawn eyeshadow palette. So the very first shade that I'm going to be taking out of this palette is the shade Daybreak, which is just a yellow. The reason why I'm going to be going in with a yellow is because I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I'm just going to use this brush right here. Now, I am going to warn you, my brushes are very, very dirty, and I do definitely need to wash them. I plan on doing that later this evening, but just kind of ignore them. It's fine. It is what it is. So I'm just going to be applying this yellow shade into my crease as my transition. I've already primed my eyes with the Smashbox Winter Finish Eyeshadow Primer, and I've already filled in my eyebrows with the NYX Tame Frame Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. Next, I'm going into the shade Horizon, and I'm going to be applying that to the inner half of my crease, and I'm just going to be applying it with this fluffy crease brush. I honestly have such a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I'm currently sitting here filming this video, and I had the Sesame Street theme song stuck in my head because before I filmed this video, I was going through at TikTok, and I was watching someone do where they put a finger down for every childhood show that they remember, and the very last one was the Sesame Street, and I currently had that stick in my head. But anyway, we're going to move on to the Pigment Palettes Modern Royalty Palette. Now, if you don't have these palettes at home, you can use whatever palettes with the exact same shades that you have. These are just the resources and the palettes that I have. So I'm going to take the shade Cocoa because Cocoa is my favorite red to work with. It is a bit more on the kind of bricker red, if that makes sense, but it's still going to do. So what I'm going to do is just take that brush that we used earlier for the transition shade, and I'm just going to be applying the shade Cocoa to the outer half of my crease. Alright, now that I have my colors in my crease and I have blended out the harsh edges and everything, now we're going to be going in and we're going to be cutting the crease. So I'm going to be using my Maybeline Super Stay Foundation. This is just in the shade 105 for Ivory. I'm going to be using this brush to carve out my lid/crease area. I like it because it's a bit more rounded at the top and makes the carving out that whole scenario a lot easier. So let's go ahead and get right on into cutting and carving out the crease. I'm going into the Ace Beauty, I believe this is the Red Cut palette is how you pronounce this. I actually haven't used this palette yet. I've been waiting for the right time and the right moment to use this palette, and this is it. I'm going to be taking the shade of Jasmine, which is just that really pretty shimmer shade right there, and I'm going to be applying it with a flat shader brush, and I'm also going to be dampening the brush with a little bit of setting spray. Now that I have finished the eye look, now I'm going to be going in and curling my eyelashes with my e.l.f. eyelash curler and applying some mascara. And the mascara that I'm going to be using is just the Maybeline the Falsies mascara. Moving on to lashes, and for lashes today, I'm just going to be using this Kassina lashes because honestly, these were just sitting on my desk and I don't feel like going all the way over there to get another pack of lashes, so we're just going to use these. These are in the style 76, and to apply them, I'm going to be using this metal eyelash applicator from Beauty Big Bang, as well as I'm going to be using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This is in black. I'm not the biggest fan of black eyelash adhesive. I'm particularly not a big fan of this particular glue because I will show you why. This does not have a brush tip. It is actually just a hard plastic piece. I don't know if you can see that or not, so I'm not the biggest fan of that. It kind of applies the glue a little bit gloopy onto the lash band, and it kind of makes it hard to apply a thin layer because it's such a thick piece of plastic. But I'm going to make it work. I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to go and apply my lashes. So I went off camera and I did my foundation, my concealer, and my powder off camera. If you're new to this channel, then there you go right there. I always hop off camera and I do my complexion. So now I'm just going to finish up with the rest of the makeup. We're going to do the lower lash line. So first what I'm going to do is take the Maybeline Lasting Drama Eyeliner. This is just in the shade of gold, and I'm going to pop this into my waterline. I feel like it is going to fit this eye look perfectly. Now I'm going to be taking the Pigment Palace Modern Royalty Palette, and I'm going to be applying the shade Cocoa to my lower lash line area. And to do that, I am just going to be applying that shade with this little concealer brush right here from e.l.f. Alright, now I'm going to be going in with a little bit of lower lash mascara, and I'm using the same Maybeline the Falsies mascara that I used on the top lashes for my bottom lashes. To give this product another chance to redeem itself, this is the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is in the shade 100. So this product, I ordered this off of Walmart.com earlier in the summer, and it arrived at my door and it was completely shattered. And at first I was like, you know what, no biggie, I'll just take it back to the store. But with everything that is just going on in the world, I just feel like my shattered bronzer was not that big of an importance, and it wasn't necessary to take this and return it and make a big hoopla out of it. So I decided, you know what, I'll just fix it with some rubbing alcohol. I don't know if I used too much rubbing alcohol or what exactly happened, or if this product just generally is not a good product, but this bronzer, the 2 times that I have used it, has been a very, very patchy. So I'm going to give it another chance to redeem itself. I'm going to see if maybe it's a product that you need to work with in layers and maybe build up. So that's just what I'm going to do. I actually like the tone of it. It doesn't pull too orange on my skin, which is what I was looking for. Because a lot of the drugstore bronzers out there, they're just too orange and they just pull really, really orange on my skin tone, and I need more of like a cooler toned bronzer rather than a warm tone bronzer, which is what gravitated me towards this one. But anyway, I'm just going to be applying it with this big fluffy powder brush. That bad. It definitely has to be worked with in layers. Like I said, don't know if it's the product or if it's something that I did. I probably should pick up a different one and kind of compare it to this one, to one that's not shattered. So maybe next time when we have to make a run for some quick little things at the store, maybe I'll remember to go down the makeup aisle, pick up a new one of these bronzers, and kind of compare the two, just to see if the product is really like that, or if I just messed up the product when I poured in the alcohol. So anyway, we are going to be moving on, and we're going to move on to blush. So I had a hard time figuring out what kind of blush I wanted to do today with this eye look, but I think I finally have it figured out. I'm just going to go into the Profusion face kit because I really need to use some of the other items in this face palette. I used to use the bronzer in here all the time. So I think I'm going to use the shade Marvel, which is just that really pretty blush shade right there. It is more of a mauve warm toned blush, and I feel like it is going to kind of go together with this eye look. To apply it, I'm just going to be using this angled blush brush. Now I'm going to be using highlighter, which is my absolute favorite part of makeup. So this is the Dreamer Bronze and Brighten Cheek Palette from Pure Cosmetics. And I'm going to be taking the highlight shade in this little palette right here. This has a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I'm not the biggest fan of the bronzer, but it's just a personal preference because I don't like shimmery bronzers. I like the blush and I like the highlighter, but the bronzer I really don't use that often. So the highlighter that I'm going to use is in the shade Afterglow, and it is just a really pretty glowy highlight. To apply it, I'm going to be using this cheek highlight brush on my cheeks, and then to highlight my inner corners, I'm going to be using this tiny little lip brush. Alright, and now it is time for the last and final step in this makeup look, and that is lips. Lips is also another one of my favorite parts of makeup. So I'm going to be using the foiled lip gloss in the shade VIP. This is absolutely one of my favorite lip glosses ever because it is just so pretty. It is a really pretty metallic nude color, so that is just what I'm going to be using today. Alright y'all, so that is the end of this makeup tutorial. I really hope that you all did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun creating this look, so thank you to both of the people that requested this look because I absolutely love the way that it turned out, especially the eyes. I think that it is just so pretty. So if you like this video and if you want to see more content from me, be sure to do two things. The first thing, hit that like button down there because that helps me out a lot and it kind of shows me that y'all really do enjoy my makeup tutorials. And also hit the subscribe button down there as well if you haven't already, so that way you can come back and you can check out my future uploads because there is going to be a ton of more makeup looks. And if you have any requests, leave them for me down in the comments below. You can also give me a follow over on social media and you can reach out to me through there as well, and you can let me know what kind of looks you want to see over there as well because I'm always taking requests and I'm always doing different makeup looks and just different things like that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in Saturday's video. Bye my little unicorns.